Welcome back to the Love It Created channel. In this video, we are going to make a seamless pattern of conversation hearts, and I'm so excited that you're here. First, I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step, and if you want to screenshot this, wow, my hand's not in front of it, or my pencil's not in front of it, then you can use it in your reference little box, which I can show you how to do in just a second. But basically, we're going to be using a couple of different things today, like the selection tool, the cursor tool. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. It's a little late. We're going to use snapping. We're going to use duplication. We're also going to use the copy and paste as another option, is a way to like speed up the process. So first off, if you want to make this heart, you've got two options. You can either use the heart emoji by adding text, and yeah, we're going to be using the monoline brush in this specific tutorial. If you're making whatever pattern you want, you obviously don't have to use this brush. I've got the stabilization and the, basically the stabilization all the way up. So you can adjust your heart. I basically just made it bigger. I should have just made it wider. Or you can go on to like Google or a like free photo site or whatever, and you could just look up a picture of a conversation heart if you wanted to get the shape right, because the shape I feel like is kind of hard if you want to do like a rounded heart shape. I just feel like hearts are really hard. Maybe you're better at them, because my first wing obviously looks gross, but we're just going to use one I've already made. You're welcome to screenshot this too, or take a picture of it and then just trace what I did. So how I did my shadow and my highlight is I do a clipping mask layer and I make it an overlay layer. So if you tap the N, scroll down to overlay, and then you use a grayscale. So I did like a black to do the shadow part, and then like a light gray to do the highlight part. That will allow you to add shading, and you don't have to like change the color for every single heart. Again, if you're just making like your own pattern, you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. So I'm gonna make this a little bit smaller just so I can show a little bit more of like adding more hearts once we start moving stuff. So we're gonna save this picture right here, and then we are going to go back to our canvas, and we will go to the actions, canvas, and then reference. Then we'll tap image, add image, and there we go. So now we've got instructions right here, and I will do my best to follow along. A couple of times I had to go back and like, because I've skipped things and I messed myself up. That's why I have this written down, because I'm still like perfecting this process. So you're going to go on to canvas and then turn the drawing guide on and turn the grid size all the way up, just so you have it in 4 different boxes. Also, I should have said you want to have a square canvas. Totally left that at the beginning, but that's step number 1 that I even wrote on the list. Should have whipped that out very first. And now that we've got our art in the middle and it's not touching anywhere, we are going to color in all 4 of the corners. That will make it so when we use the cursor tool, I can't even, maybe it's transform tool, I can't remember. It'll make it so it moves really easily. So make it, when you move it, you'll move it so you'll just slide it up, and then when it turns orange, that means it's locked in like and centered. So that means everything will match up just how it's supposed to. We'll do this step just a couple more times in different ways, just to show you how this works. But if you have snapping on, which is one of the steps, that will really help, because then you don't have to like be nudging things, because yeah, it will just make things go way faster. So now we're going to merge some things. I like to just keep my shadow layer and everything different in different layers, so you don't have to be as complicated as this. So now that we've got those merged, we are going to erase the black marks. I forget to do this later on and I have to backtrack. I take it out so you don't have to watch it, but yeah, don't be dumb like me. So now we're going to do the same, or we're going to color in, like in the in-between area. So I use the selection tool, so I trace around it, and then I hit copy and paste. That makes it so, oh, and I forgot to take this part out, but make sure that you are in the right layer when you do this. I thought I could do it in my group, but you can't. So again, trace around, copy and paste, and then move that up. And I speed this part up just so you don't have to watch it, but I basically just duplicate the layer a bunch of times by swiping right on the layer and tapping duplicate, and then I just move them all over. So you can see I change the opacity, turn that down, and then I'm using that monoline brush again to just trace around. And this is just because I suck at doing this shape, but also if you were using maybe a more complicated pattern, you could use this to like copy and paste stuff, and you wouldn't have to retrace over it. I'm just anal and always retrace over stuff, and this makes it easier for me to add color too by doing the outline again, and then I do the color in a different layer. Just makes that faster for me. Probably is slower in the long run, but this is just how my workflow is. So now we're going to add some color to these, turn off that reference layer that we had that we were tracing over, and we're going to color all this stuff in. And I'm just trying to grab like different colors around. You'll notice at the end, and you maybe notice at the beginning, that like my colors, like you have to be cognizant of like when it's stacked on top of each other, what colors will be by each other. Obviously this like works for any pattern, not just for the hearts. So you make sure like things aren't doubling up if they're like not supposed to be together, because this is more of like a random pattern, whereas like some patterns are a little bit more like consistent, I guess. So this is me using that overlay layer, and I forget to do the highlight, so noting that. I just get on going. I was so excited because I love this part so much. So again, we're coloring in those 4 corners, and that makes it so when you use the transform tool, the cursor tool, it actually grabs it as a square. So when you snap things, they are super, super even. So now we're going from right to left. We wait till it goes orange. That means it's like perfectly snapped and centered. And now we're going to merge these layers together. Maybe not. No, I think I wait till later. But I use the same thing that I copy and pasted. And now I'm going to use the selection tool to just kind of like move some things around. And I copy and paste and add a couple more. And this just makes it easier for me. I made one thing smaller, lowered the opacity, and traced all around those again. If only I actually went this fast in real life. That would be so nice. So once we get finished with that, we'll add our color, just like we did the first time. And again, just be cognizant of the colors that you're using, because they'll be stacked on top of each other. Like those blues, now that I look, are going to be like right on top of each other because when you stack it. Same with these greens. I put one at the top and one at the bottom. They end up being just right next to each other. But hindsight's 20/20. So now we're doing our overlay trick. When you tap the N, and makes the grayscale the same shade, different like saturation and stuff like that. So I forgot to do the highlights. So this is your call to, before you start moving stuff around, before you duplicate your layers and, you know, slide them up or down or side to side, make sure you've got your art all the way you want it, because making things line up, like if you're doing things afterwards, sucks. Trust me, I did that the first time. You think I would learn from my mistakes when I was figuring out how to do this, but here I am filming it, still making the same mistakes. So know that if you mess up on your art sometimes, you are not alone, because I'm teaching you how to do this and I still make mistakes. So we are going to just keep doing these highlights. I'm going to speed it up in just a second, but you can obviously tell it's just like, it's so sporadic. Now we're going to combine our layers, and messed up on it and had to go back and redo stuff. So that is it. So now I'll show you. So you'll duplicate. I'll make sure you erase these things. I totally forgot to do it and I had to redo this. So you're watching this as the second take. So I'm duplicating it 5 times and then I'm unselecting one of them. That way, if I mess something up, I don't have to like, just makes it easier for me. So make sure it goes orange when you get it snapped. Sometimes it will like snap close to it, but won't be perfect. But yeah, you can see where a couple things I would have gone back and changed it. But overall, I hope you think it's cute. I think it's adorable. And since Valentine's Day is coming up, I think it's perfect. So thanks for watching. Leave your questions in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching and subscribe.